Kia ora te wānau, welcome back to another Island Paradise video. This is part 3. At the end of part 2 though, we were kind of left thinking like, what is the point of this game? There's no clear storyline, but as we got through the crafting stations and unlocked more and progressed through the game, we can slowly start finding out where to go, what to build, and how to progress each step that we get. So in this particular video, we are going to cover a few things such as the farming, how to acquire the currency such as bronze happiness, silver happiness, and also gold happiness as well. A couple ways you can acquire that. We're going to show you how to do the mushroom farming and also a little bit of fishing as well. And kind of in the mix, we're going to show you why it's important to do the farming and how it works hand in hand to get you to progress to the next crafting stations, but also to the next islands that we can get to as well. So we're going to do a bit of farming, bit of fishing, and then we're going to go and have a little look around at the next 2 islands towards the end of the video. So let's get into this game and load right into the map. Okay, every time you load into the map, you always come in like at the dawn of the morning, right? Or dawn of the day. So what we have done, we've progressed a few things actually. We've managed to put some farms on already, but I saved some for this particular video. We also acquired other things as well that's still in our inventory, so we can show you how they exactly work. I guess we'll start with a bit of farming. I've already managed to get myself a corn farm, a potato field, also an onion field, and also dabbled into the tomato greenhouse as well. Just a reminder, actually, we'll go back to this trade station and show you. We'll toggle on the arrows on Simon's billboard, and we'll start going around the areas. So I do apologize if I kind of go back and forth, but I'm gonna try my best to kind of cover each little area on their own instead of trying to mix them all up. I'll try my best to anyway. But as you kind of progress on, you will start to find a bit of a system or a rhythm on how to operate your farm and gather things like gold happiness, silver happiness, and bronze happiness. Now, the reason why this is important is because to progress to the next islands, you have to build a bridge, right? So we're going to do a bit of bridge building as well. Very little though, I've built most of it. And this is the only way you can acquire those particular items. You can only buy it through the building trader, which is on Simon's Island. It's in the big main building in the middle of the island, and you can only buy it. Sorry, you can't build any of these 2 things. So you're gonna have to buy a foundation or a frame, and also a floor as well to start building these bridges. And that's why it's important to acquire this particular currency here, because silver happiness is what is required for some of these things, and bronze happiness for other things as well. Okay, so as we come back to the food trader, we look in the sell list here. You can see a lot of these items here. It's food, there's seeds, there's fish, also flowers as well. And if you kind of hover over them, it'll tell you 10 tomatoes will give you 2 bronze happiness. Okay, so what we want to do is start making these farms, getting them going. We got corn here as well, so we can start acquiring some good currency in order to buy those bridge parts so we can progress. So this is what we're going to get into first. We'll get into some of the farming. We already got a corn and tomato greenhouse. Let us toggle on the billboard first to show the locations. I'm not too sure if it's essential to do every part of it, but as long, I mean, the bigger your farms and that get, the more you can start building extra like primitive wells and extra tomato houses and stuff like that as well. So you just want to start getting a little bit of everything, in my opinion. If you want, you can start targeting certain things. But as you can see, we got an onion farm here. We got a cornfield here. and this is our potato farm right here. So what you want to do is, first of all, you want to work your way through the trader. You can sorry, no, the primitive. Let's go right back to the start. Let's go right to the start. Apologies. So what you want to build, actually, it's right in our pockets, is this primitive workbench right here. This is easily craftable. You can just hit your inventory button, go to crafting, make sure in there, and then make your way down to primitive workbench. You can put this bench anywhere that you want, anywhere of your choosing as well. And you can start building a little bit more than usual. So I placed mine on this one here. I also got a furnace and a primitive anvil as well. So you want to go into this one here, and you want to navigate yourself to the farming workbench and farming workshop. So these two things go hand in hand. Doesn't really matter which order, but without the farming workshop, you can't put the bench in there, because if you read, farming workbench can only be placed in the workshop. So this is the farming workshop here. So navigate your way to here, and you want to get both of these things in your pocket straight away. And then you want to go and choose one of the fields or one of the farms, as we just seen back here. There's a little back and forth going on in this game, but get that by it. And I decided to place mine right there. So this is my farming workshop. Inside here, you'll get your farming workbench. In there, you'll find all the different fields or farms that I like to call them, all in here, and I'll show you the recipes for each as well. You're also gonna need like the furnace to melt down the iron, and then you're gonna need the anvil to start crafting things like nails and that. So the furnace gives you iron ingots, and then you use those ingots in the primitive anvil to craft nails, metal plates, and profiles and stuff like that. If you can see on the one down the bottom there, it says 20 profiles that you need to make a small tomato greenhouse. Popeye. So we got the wheat one. So you craft a wheat field, wait for it to finish crafting or end up in your inventory, and then you just put it in your inventory to one. Interesting thing about these farms here, just like some of the other things that we got to build, they have a particular place that they go. So I cannot put this wheat farm in this particular spot because something else will go there. So what you want to do is you just want to try and line it up, and this is how you know which spot that particular farm or field will go. So that's our wheat field, sorry. What you want to do is you can just kind of look anywhere or particular spot, but I usually come to these buckets, and then you open up this particular menu here, and then you got to figure out what you put in there. So I'll show you and why the wells and buckets are important. You want to make sure you got some buckets here, and what you want to do is put them in the wells, and you want to start filling them up with water. You'll know if you got the right thing in there, because once you put in storage particularly, it'll go straight into the convert. Say if I put these torches here and it does nothing, you're gonna obviously know that you gotta figure out what goes in there. So makes sense to put buckets in there so they fill up. I'll just take these two here that are already filled, give it some time to fill up for those, and you want like enough buckets to kind of, you know, start rotating through your field so they can keep growing food and whatnot. All right, so you want to go to your field, doesn't matter which one, and you want to start putting your water buckets, so make sure they got water in it, and it'll start progressing. You want to turn it on as well, you'll know, because all this wheat will pop up. Good thing is, like, I don't have to go pick it. It all comes back into a particular storage, if you will, which is nice. What it'll kind of look like if we go to corn is we've got a couple of buckets in there already. Oh, reset the percentage, but it's all good. And then what you'll notice is, like, as you start storing and keep going, corn will come into the storage here. And then what you'll do is that you'll grab whatever you need or whatever you can from your farms, let it build up a bit if you want. Take those buckets while you want. And then we want to go back to the food trader, and we want to sell these corn. come back to the food trader, make sure you're in the sell tab, and then you want to look for corn. And as you can see, 10 corn will give you 2 bronze happiness each. And then, so you can do a bit of math and calculate however much that kind of comes up to, but I just spam sell. And then in the bottom right here, you'll start acquiring that bronze happiness. Right? And a good thing about this too is it does not hold any weight, so it doesn't contribute to the 80 kgs that you can store in your pockets. Right? So drop that down here. And then once you build enough bronze happiness, you can either go to like this table here and buy you some tools. We cannot craft it yet because it requires a particular axe head, which you can't do on the anvil just yet. So come back to the building trader, and what we want to do is start making our way or working towards buying a forest bridge frame and also a forest bridge floor. Okay, so you have those in there. It does take a few. It's like about, I want to say 15 of those. And there are 2 bridges on this particular island. I built the first one on the right side there, but this is the one I'm just about to finish now. Come back, like three bridge sections per gap, and these like, I want to say 4. No, there's like maybe 6 to 7 sections that you need to fill in, and that'll get you all the way to this next part here. Alright, and what you want to do is you want to place that right there, and you want to do your floor on top of that. And then now we've made it to Frank's Island. Okay, so what we can do is we can just go around and have a quick look, see what else we can find on there, what's new. On this one you got can't look at it. Okay, I think that is aluminium though. Interesting. Aluminium, sorry, aluminium. So that's new that we can't find on the second island, which is Simon's Island. Make sure you have a look around here too. There's a wheel part. Oh, okay. Treasure box. You'll find those little treasure boxes around. I end up in your inventory and all you do is unpack. Look at that. We've got 10 gold happiness. Beautiful. Usually the buildings are not like occupied with anything. And if you can see over there, that could be the next progression. Okay, so these aluminium, something a little bit different. Might be something here. Oh, here's another trader's area, I think. Another place we can put a well. French trader. If we go in here, maybe there are some traders. Island Paradise, Kilda. Okay, so it's just like a food trader here. Okay, we can sell. Looks like we're gonna get a little bit more into cooking on these next ones here. Hot chocolate. Good. Pumpkin pie. Okay, cool. Honey as well. I'll show you how we do honey as well. Just cool. What do we got on the side? Furniture pack. Interesting. We can sell that, and we can get these extra crafting benches as well. Hot pie. Cool. That's something new to me. Let's have a quick gander at the top here. Nothing. Alright. So yeah, then you just have a quick look around. This is what I usually do. Got glass here as well. Those are going to come in handy. Or something else that I'll show you. Last episode, we also were thinking possibly you can't like customize and build your own kind of base or own kind of island to your liking, you know. But I have found out that you can. It was just a particular crafting bench that you had to get or acquire in order to be able to do that. Okay, so now we got to obviously build another bridge on that side. We'll go and have another look around. Little building spots, I guess. And might have some things to do down there. Okay, this is like on the other island as well. We'll get there at some point. Hey, some Rotorua hot spring, surely. Interesting, interesting. I'm wondering if we build on top of these. I'm not too sure, to be honest. I'm guessing we can put fish traps on the end of this too. That was another thing that we weren't sure of. I thought I had to progress to the next island to start doing fishing, but then I had a look around on the second island properly, and there was actually fishing or docks is already on the island, so we can actually fish on island number 2. Frank's crafting table. Oh, okay, okay, cool. We got some bee houses. A little bit bigger than what we can. Small fish farm. We got bigger fish farms too. A boat trader. Okay. And I guess this is indicating that we will have to build this house here as well, which is cool. Wood pillars, nails. Cool, cool, cool. We can even like build furnaces and anvils on this side of the island too, I'm pretty sure as well. So cool, that'll be another video, I guess. But we'll get back to the kaupapa of why we're here. Fields, this is going to be huge as well. Interesting thing is, on the other island, Peter's crafting. Okay. All the farming stuff's already here. There's a deep well. A deep well, sorry. What? Crafted items. Okay, it says deep wheel down here, and if you look on the pop-up on the bottom, crafted items, it says well. So you see this is a well? Guessing this is a well. Another part to grow. Alright. You start progressing from there, right? Got rocks, got bushes everywhere. I've been playing this on and off for the last couple of days, so I'm just trying to prepare some things so I can show everyone like a bit of a quick tutorial, if you will, on how to build some things if that's how you wanted to play it. If it's something that you want to immerse yourself in, you probably don't want to. I probably should have said spoiler at the beginning. But if you want to quickly figure out how some of the things work, this is that video for you to want it. So I appreciate you. Alright, so we've done farming. We've showed you how to put the farm down, how to get the crops growing, and how to sell those crops to acquire bronze happiness. We have also gone through how to buy the bridge parts and build the bridges to the next islands. Okay, so the next thing we'll go do is that tomato houses. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you go to the farming workshop, right? And on that on this bench over here, you want to build small tomato greenhouse. So make sure you got like wooden planks, wood pillars, and you make sure you craft that. Once you finish it, it'll end up in this inventory here. You should just pop them there, and then boom. If you're having trouble and wondering why, like it's saying, oh wait, we can actually do that. If it's saying like insufficient items or something like that, make sure that you have everything that you need in here. And then if it's crafting but it's not progression to craft, make sure that it's turned on. You can turn it on and off all the time, all of these crafting benches. All right, want to get the tomato greenhouse, and you want to go right click and place, tab out or whatever your inventory button is, and you want to run onto the side of the island, and you want to place it down. Oh, doesn't want us to do it here. Yep, there we go. You want to place it right there. It looks like we can do 3 more. So the more you do, the better the production. It just means that you have to run buckets. I'm not entirely sure, but I feel like surely there's a way we can automate this a little bit better. There is a thing called there's a barrel that stores water, but it doesn't actually belong in there. So that's all good. That's something that we can figure out though. And yeah, essentially it's just manual labor at this point. You just want to keep running buckets back and forth. But the good thing is you can either focus on one, you can all do all. Sometimes it's just a lot of mihi to get through. So you go back to your well, go back to your greenhouses, and this is like your farms, right, as well. You put your buckets in there. And it'll keep growing, growing, and growing. Okay. So that's basically your farming. That's for everything you farm. I'm not too sure if we can use the same farming. Uh, let me see over here. The same farming workshop for this field. I don't see why not. But either way, you're gonna have to craft extra things. So you're gonna have to have get some more materials and whatnot in order to build the farms. We'll give you one more look on how it works. No, absolutely no water. So all you need is water. That's all you need. And we get wheat seeds. And I think wheat seeds are for food. Let me see. Grab these real quick. Hover over it. Collected from farms can be crafted into other materials. Well, it says other materials in particular, so there we go. I'm gonna have trouble. I need to find some sunflower seeds. I have a little bit in there. And they actually should grow right here. I don't know if it's a bug or something, but the sunflowers that once upon a time used to be here aren't growing anymore. So I'm not gonna be able to build a sunflower farm, if you see in here, in crafting, unless I get 20 sunflower seeds plus those materials. And I only have 17, so like I'm not too sure how I'm gonna get those again, but I mean there's other things that can be worse, right? So I'm just gonna leave those in there for the time being until we figure out what we can do with those. Let's quickly refill these buckets. We'll get them started to refill anyway. You can always drink from these wells as well. I'll throw this one. So you can spread your buckets out as well to start filling them up a little bit quicker. It's up to you though. Some scrap aluminium. And yeah, that's basically the easy process of farming Itawano. Pretty easy steps. There's nothing that I've discovered beyond that. So once you start selling that, I think the next thing that we would go on to is a bit of fishing. And also, sorry, we'll come back here. There's a bit of fishing and mushroom farming. And the reason why that's important is because if you go down to cooked, or we'll stay here, raw fish, you get 5 bronze happiness, which is like, I think this is your winner, right? This is your money maker right here, is fishing. So the more fish farms you got, the quicker you're going to get bronzes to get those bridge parts. But if you cook the fish, you get 2 silver happiness from it. And I think the trend is once we do some farming, mushroom farming, you get bronze happiness. Same thing with that. If it's cooked cooked mushroom, sorry, you're gonna get silver happiness from it. So these are gonna be like your money makers, to be quite honest. But like it's also good to have like your onions, your corns, your tomatoes, kind of passively in the background as well. If you do it all at the same time, you're gonna make a lot of money and a lot of bridges really quick. Okay. You can also sell seeds into here as well. And when we get into the cooking, I guess, start getting some of this. And then we can get into cooking. Pure water is just exactly the same water bottles that you get. So don't worry too much about it. So, fish and mushrooms is the next thing we're going to do. I haven't managed to figure out the fishing. What I haven't managed to figure out is the mushroom farming. So I've made the mushroom farm and whatnot. I'll store that away. So I've managed to I'll put some fishing farms down already, but I'll show you where they go. There's a particular lake island too as well that I thought you could put it in, but you can't. So just so you know, that's not where it goes. Cool. So I'll put that away. All right, let's go to Simon's house. Make a merry way. I've never ran so many times, I don't think. Oh, bye. Want to go in here for the fish and mushroom farms. And want to get things like compost buckets as well. I guess I should be showing you that part. But if you come into Simon's crafting table, you can find these things. We've already built his house inside here. But we're going to focus on mushrooms and fish farms, okay? So that's the items that you need. Compost buckets is probably the part that I need to show you. We know how to make buckets. If you don't know, you just open your inventory button, go into the crafting section, and then these are buckets. You can craft them right in there, pretty much in your pockets, all right? Or made by hand, if you will. So you want to start getting a couple of those. Sorry, I'll go back to show you how you do compost buckets, just in case you don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go to the primitive. Okay, let's get into the fish farming and also mushroom farming as well. So we're gonna come back to this particular table, which is the primitive crafting bench. Okay? So we want to go in there, and the first thing you want to do is make one or two. I got a couple small composters. You want to make sure you do that first. You got wood planks and nails. Wood planks are pretty important, are highly used kind of in this game. So it's always good just to either collect some small wood from like plant fibers in that. Sometimes you get it from there, and then in your pockets you can craft wood planks by hand. Quick tip on any kind of list or menu: if you right click, you get like you can craft 5, 10, 20, 50 at a time. But if you just left click on it, what can we craft? It just does it singularly. Also, if that's not what you want to do, or it's a bit of a misclick, you just left click on it again, and then it'll take that one away. Okay, so you want to do some compost bucket or compost, what do they call it? Just a composter, I guess. And you want to put them down. And what you want to put in there, sand, plant fiber, and also hay. If you don't know where to find those, fiber or plant fiber are from these little bushes here, or you can find them here too, particularly on the ground. It's one way to get fiber, or you can get fiber through these, really like these bushes, and that'll give you like plant fiber. And you go get hay on this side of the island, particular place, and some sand as well is in the same area. So this yellow stuff here, the tallest grass, is your hay. You want to grab some of that. Grab a bunch. I already have a bunch already. And you also want to grab some sand here. Sand looks like this. And then you're on your way to making some compost. I'm actually going to stop at the well so I can show you how it's crafted. Here we go. Might just steal like a couple, 2 buckets or something. And then we're going to put these over here, I think. And we'll turn that on. Let's fry some tomatoes. So once you got some buckets of water as well, you want to bring it into your composter. So sand, fill that up. Your hay, fill that up, and also plant fiber. Put that in the composter. And then in your crafting, if you go to compost, you need sand, plant, fiber, and hay, but you also need the water buckets as well. Which is why I kind of stopped really quick to grab some. There we go. So you put those all in the inventory, and you want to craft some compost. And we'll just drop off some of the stuff here while we're at it. Sand is really not that highly used, but plant fiber and kind of this hay are more of the stuff that get used in terms of making compost. We might as well make this one compost bucket. All you need is an empty bucket and that compost that we're making right now in here. I think they craft in stacks of 5s as well. So if you craft 1 compost through here, you get 5. You also get something in particular. You also get worms from doing this as well, for making compost. And that's very, very good for fishing. For fishing, you can either do worms or corn seeds. That's good fish bait or fish food. But you'll get more bites, so to speak, or you'll get more fish quicker if you have worms in your nets. Copy? So that's how we make that. That's also how you make your compost buckets as well. Pretty easy, pretty simple. Right? So that's how you get your compost bucket. Let's go back. I'm actually going to take this out. Just come back to that. Alright. Let's run all the way back to Simon's house. Oh. I died. If you haven't managed to bloody do what I just done and didn't watch your health bar, if you make a primitive bed, which is in the primitive workbench, you can make a bed, and that's essentially, you can set that as your spawn point. So if you die without it, you'll end up on the first island. It says random spawn, but that's the only spawn that I've been to so far. Yeah, so make a bed, put it somewhere where you don't mind really spawning it if you happen to pass out, so to speak. Alright, Simon's work, bench, and they want to craft a mushroom farm. There's the stuff there. We know how to do wood planks, nails, and empty buckets as well. So I crafted a couple of those things. Now I'm just going to show you how they're placed down, or where to place them. But like other things, there's particular spaces or areas where you put these things down. I believe the mushroom farms come in here. I think. I'm not entirely sure. No, yeah, they do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we've got a couple here. So I think we'll put them here. Let's see who, just for research purposes. Oh, there we go. 5. I believe you can do 5 farms per room. Okay. This is the first time I'm doing this, so I'm not sure what we put in here too. Not soil. Oh, it's compost buckets. Okay. Other quick tip, if you want to split, you can either right click and push split, but it goes to your like first empty space, or you can hold your shift, left click and drag it over. Just a quick tip there. Alright, so it needs compost buckets. There we go. And there we go. And then we just wait for those to pretty much grow. See how this goes and we'll come back. So that's our mushroom farming. If you want to learn how to do the fish farming again, Sorry for repeating, but it's back in Simon's workbench. If you didn't know, make sure you got that bucket, nails, and wood plank. Once it's all done, it's in here. Put it in your pockets, and you want to run to this particular area here. So go left out of the Simon's house, and it's actually from just to the right of the first rope bridge that you build from the first island onto Simon's Island, which is the second one. I actually didn't like notice it until earlier today, actually, as I was running around collecting some stuff. So here's the first one here. So you come and look to the right, there's fishing, or there's the docks on the right side down here. So once I seen that, I was like, oh, okay. I'm pretty sure these are for the fish farms. Alright. What you want to do, find a spot on the end here, right click, place, and you put it down. And then what you want to put in here, corn seeds, which comes from your cornfield, or worms, which is from making compost. Okay, we don't have it in here at the moment, but you would have seen in there, there's a lot of fish, and this is going to give you a lot of happiness. So yeah, corn seeds, or worms from making imagine if dirt was good fish food. And yeah, this is going to give you your fish, which is raw fish, 5 bronze happiness. But if you cook it on the grill here, cooked fish like on the just on a fire pit that you can make through your pockets, that's going to give you 2 silver happiness a pie, which is good. All right, so that's how you get bronze and silver happiness, which is a good segue into why silver happiness is good as well. I've already said and mentioned why it's important, but I'll show you actually what you can get from it as well, which I've already bought and already had a look through already. It was like, oh hey, sorry too. When did we get here? Oh, so we don't finish making the compost, which is my bad. But yeah, it usually just end up in your compost inventory when you do that. I want to take these 2, make another 1, just because I know they're for the mushrooms now. Oh, I'm silly. Let me grab the fish. It's better if I show you. Show you proper. Which is a good segue. The fishing is a good segue into silver happiness and what it gets you. So once you've done a bit of fish farming now, you just put as much as you can in your pockets, like so. We'll fill it right up. That's pretty much as much as we can. And what we want to do is take this to the trader, Simon's trader. We want to sell it to the food trader. On this particular one, I'm going to just sell it raw, but you can furthermore cook it on a fire pit and you'll get cooked fish off of that, and that will get you silver happiness. So this is kind of like a stupid demonstration of silver happiness, which I just realized. But there we go. Bronze happiness, you get 5 of it. You can also edit your numbers in here if you know your math, or just be like me and spam the hell out of it and get heaps of bronze happiness. Both are important because bronze is going to get you more bridge parts, which is on this side, and silver happiness is going to give you the opportunity to buy these benches here. So you build up heaps of silver happiness, and then you can buy a building bench. Once got to buy one here. You can also get a decorative workbench and a pawn shop. The pawn shop, I've already sold the stuff, but do you remember those treasure boxes? I'll give you like little items. You sell them to this pawn shop here. So I sold a few of these. I found the gold hourglass. You can also turn your bronze happiness into silver happiness as well, and likewise silver into gold happiness. I have not seen or found any of these Easter eggs or eggs around personally, but same thing, they just give you happiness or currency, which is pretty cool. It's a good way. Like hourglass gives you 10, a trophy gives you 50, silver trophy gives you 100, and a bronze trophy gets you 100 bronze happiness as well. Okay. This is what the building bench looks like, and this is when I was like, you can actually start customizing your own little builds in that. Okay. So you can get like stairs, foundations, basically same thing. Right click, place, and you can just start building your bases in that anywhere. Probably not over these type of things, but you get the sitch. Okay. I'm gonna leave those in my pockets actually. I'll put these stairs back though. And then this is the decorative workbench, and then it's gonna give you like the round park, oval parks, all these little extra things that you might want to make or you want to put around your structures, your buildings and whatnot. You can also craft decorative red flowers, but if you pick them, it says actually yeah, it can be you can sell these. It's just like one bronze happiness though. But I'm pretty sure the yellow ones you can either use them in the park or they turn into paint, but I'm not too sure what bench that one is for. Otherwise, I want to leave those there. Usually, I just leave all my extra stuff here too. It doesn't spawn away even if you like quit out of the game. And I think that just always end up there. So I'll just leave those there for now. But those are those extra workbenches that you can buy within the building trader right there. Copy. Cool. So we've done fishing, we've done mushrooms, we've done a little bit of farming as well. I hope that helped you guys in hopefully it made it easier for you guys, or maybe you're stuck in a particular area that you don't know how to particularly put that thing down or where to place it type thing. There's actually one more, which is the bee house. Bee house, sorry. So here's our bee houses. This is where you put them. You want to go to your primitive crafting bench, and what you want to do is go down to your bee house, wood planks, nails, and a beehive. If you don't know where to get a beehive from, you just go to the building trader, food trader, sorry. Just go to the food trader, and then you want to go to buy. And the first thing you want to buy actually is nectar. So our nectar used to feed bee houses. So we want to buy a bit of nectar. Let's get like a couple for demonstration purposes. And you can either just buy beehives as well. It's totally up to you. However you want to do it. We'll leave that there. And basically you start with nectar, and then the nectar turns into beehives, and then the beehives will produce bottles of honey for you. So if we come in here, we already got beehives in here, right? So I'll just take it out. You can put it on storage. Oh, sorry. What's going on here? So nectar would usually go in here. Yep. And so this nectar will turn into beehives. So it's been a bit weird. And then the beehives will start going into the converter, and then that particular thing, beehives will produce honey bottles. This is also, I think, three bronze happiness per bottle when you sell it at the trader. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave this in here, let it do its thing. And yeah, you can do multiple. So you can either buy the beehive straight out, or start with nectar, then it'll give you like a few nest and whatnot to get some bottles of honey, which is really good. Good bronze happiness as well. Cool. I think that covers a lot. I did test this out earlier too. We got a feel, turned it on, but you cannot melt scrap aluminium down. It must be like a bigger furnace or something that you need to do that. So I think we'll just store it in here for now. And if I'm correct, I think we'll go and check our mushrooms and then we'll head over to the other island that I built the bridge on. See how many mushrooms we got. This is the first bridge that I actually built. And the reason why I went for this bridge first is because I noticed this fishing grounds first. I didn't notice the other one that we did just earlier. So I was like, oh, we got to get there first so we can get silver happiness. But no, you can get it straight away on the second island. So come to Simon's house. Make sure for dark time you got torches in there too, because it's hella dark inside. So let's get to the mushroom farm. And on the right side, I believe. And then, oh, it's pretty quick. I want to get some mushrooms. Sorry. Alright, mushrooms right there. Mushrooms right here in the pocket. Oh, you can actually eat them too. But there are some negative effects to it at the same time. Interesting. We'll take our buckets too. I think we bring out composters. We might have to make composters down here actually. This is a farming area as well. Yeah, that'll be a good idea, right? What? So that's mushrooms. We'll head over to the bridge into the next island over here. This is a funny island actually. Mainly because on every island so far you can explore the whole thing, like from the bottom to the edges to the tops, right? But on this one, you can't particularly go up here. You can't go, you just get blocked by a wall, an invisible wall, so to speak. But build your way over to Williams Island. And this is where I discovered aluminium first. Scrap. And here's the aluminium here. Oh. It's here somewhere. Trust me. So, come over to Williams Island. Hang on right here. Got some iron. You got your branches, stones on the ground. And you follow your path all the way this way. This is where I actually discovered the aluminium for the first time as well. I'm going to see a foundation right here too. It's probably going to need some building to it. Which is all good. More farmland over there. So you just start progressing this way. Sure. And then I noticed this. I believe I'm hoping it's this building bench. I'm not entirely sure, but we'll just put it there. Eh? Maybe it's not. Oh no. Yes, no, maybe. Sometimes. Alright, I might have made a mistake there. But this is essentially Williams Island. So we've progressed to 2 islands already. And this bridge is, I'm not sure, might be a stone bridge that we have to build in particular. But we'll figure that part out for sure. And that's basically a quick run through and a bit of a guide, if you will, into Islands Paradise if you want to progress to the next 2 islands. We'll call them Islands 1 2, 3, and 4. So we've progressed to 4 islands now. We've covered some farming. We've found some new like aluminium. We've done mushroom farming now, fishing as well, and kind of how to put a tomato treehouse down. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Appreciate everyone for listening and watching. Like, subscribe, comment, let us know what you think about it, and we'll see you on the next episode. Cheers to the church, mihi.